Hi guys and dolls. Today I want to talk to you about hygiene. And it's unfortunate that we even have to have this discussion. You might be surprised to know that there are patients that go to the doctor's office and the doctor is going to be looking at their southern regions and they won't even take a shower before they go. Um, I remember a girl that I used to work with, she's clean and she was going to her GYN doctor, her female doctor, and for reproductive obstetrics gynecology for those who don't know what OBGYN is. And when my friend would go in there, the doctor would say, well, thank God you're here today, because she didn't have a problem getting clean before the doctor's this close to your southern regions. There's also situations where adults don't know how to clean after using the restroom. And I will leave that with your imagination. There's also a lady that, try to get this down a little further, and I've been fighting with it, and I don't know what the deal is, but anyway. A lady that I know that, well, I'm trying to think here. She is online on YouTube, and she's an esthetician. I believe she's an esthetician, and she removes hair down there and in between your butt cheeks and whatnot. She removes hair, and she can tell that you did not clean up after you used the restroom. This is the type of thing that adults need to learn about, and they need to know better. So we're going to start from the top of the body, and we're going to work our way down, okay? When you take a shower, well, when you wash your hair, the proper way to wash your hair is to obviously soak your hair, put the shampoo in your hair, and then massage it into your scalp. Massage the soap into your scalp, okay? As you work your scalp, the rest of your hair will get washed, but your oils and whatnot come from your scalp. So, that's how you wash your hair. You scrub your scalp. You could do it more than once if, depends on how oily your scalp gets. And then when you condition it, you actually condition your hair, your actual hair, instead of focusing so much on the scalp. So far as I'm hoping I don't look like a floating head. That's my whole goal, is to not look like a floating head. And it's really hard because sometimes it's tricky. Anyway, washing the hair, scrubbing. We'll get to the, I guess we'll work our way. Like I said, we'll work our way down. When you brush your teeth, what you need to use, and it's very advisable that you use, it's a good idea to use a pre-rinse, okay? And like what it does is it loosens up the plaque, and it loosens up bacteria on your tongue and that sort of thing. And then I talked about this in another video, where you can take a metal tongue scraper, you swish it around, swish it around, swish it around, swish it around. And then you take your tongue, stick it out, and then you scrape your tongue with the metal scraper, okay? If you have a strong gag reflex, you can lean over the sink. Gravity will pull your tongue down. Try to relax and then do it, okay? When you brush your teeth, I saw this on a video the other day and I was horrified. There was a girl that thought that she went to the dentist, and she thought you're only supposed to brush the part of your teeth that are visible. And it just made me cringe, all the nasties that are in her mouth, because she doesn't know how to brush her teeth. You brush the front and the back of your teeth, and you don't just do it done. Scrub your teeth. Scrub the roof of your mouth. Scrub every part of your mouth, because every part of your mouth will have bacteria in it, okay? Especially when you've been sleeping all night. And then afterwards, you go ahead, you scrape your tongue, you scrub your teeth, And you can use, obviously, Listerine is one of the best, products out there for killing bacteria. And you swish it around in your mouth for a while, then you spit it out. Okay? Let's see. Let's go down. Obviously, you should wear deodorant, but not until you've scrubbed yourself. We'll do the whole shower thing probably after. Well, let's see. When's a good time to do that? Well, let's go to the bathroom first, okay? Not literally, okay? I'm going to do this say it in the most delicate way that I know how. Your bum are like doors, right? When you use the restroom, you need to open up the doors and clean in there. If you have to wet the toilet paper to get a better clean, that's what you do. If you don't want to do that, there's portable bidets. And they're like you could put a bidet on your toilet. Some people put that little gadget on their toilet. So when they go, I don't know what activates it because I don't have one. But it washes you after you use the bathroom. And then you dry yourself. Okay, if you don't want to do that, you could get a portable bottle, squeeze bottle, after you use the restroom. And squeeze back there and clean it out. You've got lots of folds back there. You need to wipe and you need to clean, okay? Women, make sure you clean from the front to the back. You don't want to clean from the back to the front because you will introduce bacteria into your vaginal area and you do not want to do that. Speaking of vaginal area, your vagina cleans itself. Dr. Oz said this, he said that the vagina is a self-cleaning oven, and it basically is. The reason why women have odor or can have odor down there is because of bacteria, because they have not taken a shower or washed down there. Your vagina purges the yuckies and you have to wash that away, okay? You don't really need to douche yourself because your body does it on its own. You need to learn, this is TMI tag, right? You need to learn what's your normal smell. If you have an odor down there, it could be that's not a normal smell and it's persistent. If you take 5 showers a day, you still have a bad odor. That is indicative of a vaginal infection, possibly. Okay? In that case, you need to go to the doctor and say, hey, I got a weird smell down there. I can't get rid of it. They'll give you medication for it. One of the things that people should know that they don't do, a lot of times people don't do it. Somebody that I know who happens to be a guy told me you'd be surprised how many times when someone goes to the bathroom and does not urination but the other thing, my nose is tickling. Like I got feathers in my nose. I hate that. He said you'd be surprised how many people in a movie theater go to the restroom and do their thing and don't wash their hands. That's pretty disgusting because you're taking those same filthy hands and you're sticking them in the popcorn that you share with somebody else. That's pretty nasty. Wash your freaking hands, okay? He said another thing that guys do when they're going to the bathroom is they have to groan like they're having a baby. Why is that necessary? Are you dying? Do you need an ambulance? I mean, I don't understand that. Are you announcing to everybody that you're using the restroom? I mean, why do you have to get so dramatic? It's just really odd to me. It's just really odd. Okay. Obviously, men, if you're circumcised, it's easier to wash your manly bits. If you're not circumcised, you have to retract that skin back. Because bacteria and germs can fester up in there. And you need to learn how to wash it. Because so many guys have not the best hygiene, some women too, circumcision makes it easier to keep your stuff clean. Okay, a lot of people maybe don't realize that. Circumcision is terrible. Some people have such poor hygiene that that's the best thing for them. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so men, same thing. If you have a discharge down there, women have a discharge down there. Check your doctor, see what's going on. It doesn't matter how many times you clean. You could wash with bleach, which I would never recommend, and you'll still have an odor because you have bacteria down there. For people who cut their hair, they landscape south of the border. There's nothing wrong with that. Hair collects bacteria. Bacteria creates, between bacteria and sweating, especially in the summertime, although it could be any time, that can create odor down there. So if you trim that, or for some women, shave it off, there's nothing wrong with that. You stay fresher, cleaner, longer. Okay? Take extra showers, ladies, when you're on your monthly thing. Take extra showers. Um, with your cycle, if it's very, 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 very heavy and it lasts for like a week or longer, check your doctor to see what's going on, because I had that problem and it was just horrible. And I've come to find out I had a million fibroids, and it was making my cycles to just indescribably horrible. Okay, with the pain and mostly just a severe hemorrhaging, basically. Um, let's see what else. Yeah, people, open up the doors back there and clean when you use the bathroom. Okay, if you have to step out of you're in a women who are wearing a skirt and you have to step out of your underwear in public or whatever, in the public restroom, to get in there, that's what you have to do. Men, if you have to step out of your pants leg and get up in there, that's what you have to do. Do what you have to do to be clean. And since everybody wants to get naked with strangers like today, you need to have, your hygiene needs to be on point. And I am dead serious when I say that adults are not teaching their children these things. So you have adults that have some really nasty habits, and there's no excuse for it because you are not a little kid. And even if you are a little kid, your parents are supposed to teach you cleanliness. I know of a doctor that I used to work with. She taught her son to be clean. And after he used the restroom, he would literally bend over, spread his cheeks, and say, did I get everything in my clean? I'm not kidding. And although it's weird, you might go, oh God, that's weird. It's better that he learns how to clean at an early age, because you don't want to get humiliated when you're older. Okay? You don't want somebody telling you about yourself and giving you a nasty nickname that stays with you forever. It's better to be embarrassed now than it is to be embarrassed later. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else. When you're in the shower, I guess we went from the top to the bottom. When you're in the shower, every place you have skin is where you need to wash. Every place you have skin. Inside your ears, behind your ears, scrub your neck, your face, your nose. If you have a tea, I don't remember what it's called, like an oily tea on your face, like your forehead's really oily, your nose is really oily. Scrub those, okay? It's okay to use oh God, what do you call it? An astringent if your skin is really oily. Make sure that you moisturize. When you scrub everywhere that you have skin. Everywhere. Under your arms, under your breasts if you're a woman, your arms, your torso, under the boobs, your back, everywhere you have skin. Your buttocks, in between your buttocks, your front area, scrub everything. Your thighs, your knees, behind your knees, your shins, behind your shins, and your feet. Scrub your soles of your feet. Scrub in between your toes. Everywhere you have skin. I told my stepkids that when I had stepkids back in the day. I said, every place that you have skin, I want you to scrub. And when they came out of the shower, I would do the sniff test to make sure that they smelled good. Don't just go in there and rinse yourself off. I want you to smell clean when you get out. Okay? And it's not a matter of OCD. It's just a matter of common sense. I mean, it should be common sense. Let's see. I think we covered just about everything. Scrub your back. What I do is I take my washcloth. My nose is tickling again. I take a washcloth. I stretch it out. I put it behind me, put my hand back there, and I scrub up and down my back. And then I scrub on the lower part of my back, my sides. Like I said, every place that you have skin, you need to scrub. There's no excuse to be dirty. There's no excuse to be nasty. If a doctor is going to be up your personal area, like in your personal area with their face, make sure you're clean and fresh. They don't need to deal with that. I read this on YouTube and I was horrified. There was a guy on there that the lady that he was seeing told him, when you take a shower, he must have had some kind of hygiene problem. When you take a shower, make sure that you um, make sure you scrub in between your cheeks. And he said, I'm not gay. Since when does soap in between your butt cheeks make you gay? He needs to go to therapy, and he needs to go to therapy right now, because that doesn't make any sense. I knew of someone, I guess they were in the military. Um, the guy told other people that he knew the guy, they were in the military. When they took showers, he would just, I guess they're like public showers or whatever. I don't know what's the setup with that, whatever. He would wash his chest, and then he's done. He's done taking a shower. Really? It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. We need to step up our hygiene game. We need to step it up, okay? We got to step it up. There's no reason to be funky. There's just no excuse for it. There's no excuse. I know a lady who was on a fibromyalgia support group back in the day, online support group. She was basically bragging about how she's just too tired to get a shower or a bath. And she was on her way to the doctor's office. Why does the doctor have to smell that? Because you're too lazy. You run the water in a tub. You get your butt in there. You lay down, which isn't a hard thing to do. You're sitting there and you're just chilling out. Or you might as well soak, because you probably haven't had a bath in a while. Soak your butt in there. Scrub everything, because the doctor's going to be in your personal area. Clean it. Don't be disgusting. Don't be disgusting. There's no excuse for that. Okay? There's no excuse for that. There's just entirely too many soaps out there to choose from to walk around gross. And nobody needs to see anything that they don't need to be witnessed. I'm trying to be delicate here. People don't need to see evidence that you don't know how to clean yourself up. Nobody wants to deal with that. And I'm pretty sure, especially for those of you who share popcorn in a movie, I'm sure the person who's sharing popcorn with you would like to know that you sanitized your hands, or you washed them when you were in the restroom. Don't put your scuzzy hands in their popcorn. That's nasty. And you wonder why we got all kinds of diseases. Some of that is due to lack of cleanliness, I'm pretty sure. So if you have any questions about anything, I'm not going to shame you. I'm not going to make you feel embarrassed. There's times that we might smell stronger than usual. If you're working out in a yard in the summertime, been there, done that, you're sweating your behind off. You're not going to smell like a rose. Get in the house, get something cold to drink, and scrub yourself. How hard is that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, please, there's no excuse to be gross. And like I said, your doctors don't have to be subjected to that. Make sure you clean your mouth before you go to the dentist. They don't need you to open up your mouth and a black cloud comes out of your mouth. I mean, come on, people. Come on. Ladies, when you wash your stuff down there, your lady bits, get soap all in there, because you've got all kinds of nooks and crannies in there. I'm trying to be delicate, you know? You've got skin. Men and women have skin, which is called your perineum. It's between your front and your back. There's skin there. You got to scrub that too. Every place that you have skin. Okay? It's a shame that I have to have this, but I want to teach y'all, and let's get to smelling good in 2020. Let's be nice and fresh and clean, minty fresh breath, smelling like soap. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Wash your hands when you use the restroom. Wash your hands if you work in a public place serving food. Don't be nasty. Let's be clean. Okay? Let's be clean. This class needed to be taught. I hated doing it, but it has to be done. And I would rather make you feel weird now than you get yourself in an embarrassing situation and people spread your business and everybody knows to avoid you for something that you could avoid. You know, they're avoiding you because you avoided having a relationship with soap. There's no excuse for this. No excuse. Okay? I decided I'm gonna do this video while I got the desire to do it because I've been avoiding doing it because it's just weird, but it had to be done. Anyway, I love you guys. Take care. And let me say something real quick too. On my previous video, I mentioned if you have family members who are narcissistic and mean and nasty and selfish, avoid, 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 cut them loose. I realize in retrospect that there are some cultures where that's not possible because the family is very close. It's a cultural thing. Spend as little time with that person as possible if that's your situation. Um, if you're together for the holidays, for example, and that person starts going in on you, you know, you're gaining weight, you're kind of fat. Um, you're still working that dead end job, you know, dead end job. You're not making any progress with your life, or, you know, you didn't know such and such and such, insinuating the person's a dummy. Get up from there and say, you know what? You have yourself a good evening. Go in the kitchen, get you something to eat, go hang out with somebody else in the family, and just walk away from that person. There's something called gray rock, and that is an excellent another way to avoid dealing with them when they start doing those digs. Why are you wearing that ugly shirt? Why are you so fat? Why are you this and that? You're so dumb. Why did and they go on and on and on. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. What? I'm sorry you feel that way. And you just don't get excited. You do gray rock. Research that on YouTube, gray rock. People who are drama lovers, they can't stand that because they can't get a rise out of you. So if you're in a culture or where, you know, being tight with your family, you can't just cut them loose. That's just not culturally acceptable. There are ways to deal with them where you don't have to be subjected to their abuse, or you can significantly reduce your time with them so that there's not a whole lot that they're going to, you know, there's not a lot that's going to get to you no matter what they say or do. You're like, okay, well, they can't stand that. So it's called gray rock. Okay. I love you guys. Take care. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you later.